Alright guys, Tony here, and I want to share with you a story in this video that is about something really important, because if you are looking to get bulk video views, you need to be really careful. Now recently I did a case study where I went and tried multiple different sources that provided what they called non-drop video views, okay, and most of them were not good at all. Okay, they're obviously using some kind of automation, which is not a surprise, but what was a surprise was the retention time on those videos. Okay, so I had a couple of people, for example, would give me 11 seconds or 22 seconds views, and that is really not good for SEO. Okay, you might get some short-term bump if it's not a competitive niche, but it's not a good situation, because you need to get some retention on those video views for to be able to maintain the rankings. And not only that, if you have got good retention time, then you will find that you start to get suggested video optimization kicking in as well, so that when people log into their YouTube account and that front home page dashboard kind of thing, which is recommending videos to watch, then you might show up there, and that's where you can get a lot more views than from the YouTube search. Okay, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to take the Rank Attack SEO system a little bit further than what we had done from up to the 2.0 version. Now, for those who are not familiar, the Rank Attack SEO system uses this tool here that you can see. It's called VidAttack Alpha. What VidAttack Alpha will do is it will go and find your content. If it's ranking in the search engines, it will click through from that search result, and then it will watch a video, or it will browse your website, etc. And you can make it do some other things from there as well, like watch the end screen videos in the original video, so that you can increase your channel retention time, your watch time, etc. Or if it's a blog post, then it can click and watch some other pages on your website. Okay, so that's basically how that works. So what I had done with that strategy was we had figured out something quite unusual that we had stumbled upon, and that was the combination of the CTR clicks, the click-through rates from the search engines, in combination with the high retention views. We noticed that the links in the YouTube description started to rank for these keywords, these specific keywords that were in that were being searched with, that increased where we got the click-through rates from the search engine. So whatever those keywords were that we found the content and click through on, then the links in the YouTube description would start to rank for those keywords. Okay, so we kind of took that a little bit further by sort of adjusting the strategy to include just one link in the YouTube description. And so we started to run that, and what we noticed was that that link would indeed start to rise up. Now another thing happened as well, and that's that I tested doing some second tier links. Okay, these second tier links were basically doing video sharing sites syndication with the same video. Okay, and what I would do is I would just link into the YouTube video from there. Okay, so maybe I had something like 300 video sharing site links, all linking into that YouTube video, and the YouTube video would have one link in the description. Now what we noticed then was that we could get a video ranking very quickly on YouTube, so that we could use the YouTube search engine to be able to go and get our content found from the keywords that we wanted to rank for. And therefore that combination of the CTR click and high retention views became a lot easier to do it, a lot faster to do, and we would start to see rankings in Google start to happen. And what happened as well was that whatever that link was in the description of the YouTube video, it would start to overtake the video ranking in Google. Okay, and it would eventually start to rank into page one if you had enough of these happening with the combination of CTR clicks and video views. Okay, so from there we were looking at how we can take this a little bit further. Now what happens at that point is VidAttack Alpha and the Rank Attack SEO strategy using VidAttack Alpha, it's basically a kickstart. Okay, it's not more than a kickstart, and it can't be more than a kickstart, because here's what happens. Once you start to get rankings, then you get real traffic will come. When that real traffic comes, if you're ranking for a decent keyword that has got some traffic and search volume that comes along with it, then the real traffic will start to have user engagement signals, okay? And those user engagement signals are going to be enough of those and too much of those that it will drown out anything that you've been able to do with VidAttack Alpha, okay? So we knew that this was just a kickstart strategy. And we know that if our content is decent, then we can expect to get reasonably decent engagement signals. That's the retention time, the click-through rate from the search engines, etc., etc. Okay, so when that real traffic comes, it drowns out anything we've done. So essentially, the Rank Attack SEO system was just a kickstart, and then it was really up to your content, whether your content would stand up or fall down according to the quality, okay, according to how much people reacted to your content. Did they bounce off? Did they watch it for half a minute and go and watch something else? Did they bypass it in the search engines to click on something else, another result? All that kind of thing comes into play. So I was looking for ways that we could increase the power of that from the Rank Attack SEO system, and so I came up with a 2.0 version of the Rank Attack SEO system. And the 2.0 version, what we did was we would go and get a whole bunch of video views using some micro worker sites, but we would only use those after we have kick-started our initial video rankings using the Rank Attack SEO system. And then when the real traffic started to come, once we got the rankings and we know that the real traffic is going to start coming now, we would go over to a micro workers website and we would order 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, whatever, video views, and all of those video views would happen from people who are actually logged into Google. Okay, if you got real people logged into Google, you don't need to manipulate that because it's already a manipulation, because it's kind of real anyway, isn't it? Because they're already logged into Google all over the world with their own unique IPs. They're not using any proxies or anything like that, and they're just going and doing some things that you told them to do. So basically we could tell them, well, go and find this video, go and search for this keyword term until you see this thumbnail. When you see this thumbnail, you're going to click through on that, you're going to watch the video all the way through, and you're going to leave a comment, you're going to leave a like. If you do that, I'm going to give you 10 cents or something like that, and you would do that times 100 times or 200 times, and you would get your job done, and for $10 you would have like a lot of views. Okay, so basically what would happen then is we would sort of combat what was happening in there. When the real traffic comes, we were sort of helping to balance it, okay, to tip our fingers on the scale, so to speak, a little bit more in a way that was actually meaningful, because we're using these different IP addresses from real people who are logged into Google. Okay, there's no risk at all. This is real stuff. Okay, whereas if you try to automate that with the software, that can backfire on you spectacularly. You could lose your channels, you could lose your videos, you could lose everything. And if you're doing it for clients, be really careful, okay? So that's how you do that, that's how you get around that. For the sake of spending $7 or $10, it's worth it to spend the $7 or $10 and go and get like 700 views or 1,000 views like that and get it done properly. So then for what we noticed then was that we still could go for more competitive keywords. But there was something else that we needed to take into account if we did that, because we would need even more to tip our fingers on the scale, and with higher volume video views. Now, initially what I wanted to do, and what I was telling people to do, was use YouTube penny click ads. YouTube penny click ads are perfect to use because you can get them for like 1 cent cost per click, using my software called Ad Blaster, another software, and the settings are already done in Ad Blaster for you to go and get your settings done, set up your campaign, and all you have to do essentially is just fill in your ad copy, set your budget, and click on start. That's it. That's all that needs to be done from your side. You have to tell what video to watch as well, of course, okay? And it would go and do these advertising, and the advertising for that was very good because we use YouTube discovery ads, and to be able to get views on these YouTube discovery ads, then the people need to be shown that video as an option at the top of the search page or down the sort of right sidebar, the up next section, okay? and then they would choose to click and watch that video. But before they even get to see the video, we have already targeted them by the video that they are watching or the keywords they searched to watch and find that video. Okay, so we're advertising to people. First of all, we're targeting those people according to the videos they're watching or according to the keywords they used to search for videos. And then they choose to watch on that video. It's not one of these pre-roll videos that interrupt, that people just X out of. They actually choose to watch that video according to the thumbnail and according to the title they can see for the video. So they're 2 times pre-qualified. One by your keyword or URL placement targeting, and second time because they were interested enough to choose to click on that. So what we do then is we've got these pre-qualified people watching your videos for 1 cent cost per view. Pretty cool stuff, huh? So that can increase the amount of video views that you get. That can increase the amount of retention time you can get because they're obviously interested. We targeted them in 2 different ways. And also what we can do then is we can expect to get large amount of views. Now if you were spending just $1 per day on that, you would get 100 video views per day, and that is perfect. Keep that running. You've got 100 video views per day for just $1. Over 10 days, that's 1,000 video views. Again, from people who are logged in. Again, from people who are using YouTube, logged in, and from all different IP addresses. Beautiful, right? Great system, fantastic system, and we know that this works, okay? Then I was thinking to myself, well, you know, I really want to take this further and I want to simplify it. What if the people don't want to, and there was a lot of people just wouldn't do the YouTube part, okay? They just wouldn't do the YouTube ads part, they just wouldn't do it. So I thought, how do we fix this? So I went on a quest to find people that were doing bulk video views. And I went and tested a whole bunch of these. Okay, probably, I don't know how many exactly. It was definitely more than 10, maybe about 10 or 15. I can't remember. It was just, you know, trying social media panels. I was trying some black hat marketplaces from black hat forums. I was using some gig sites like Fiverr.com and Widget and places like that. And basically, I was talking to other people as well, and other people have told me that they paid up to $15 to get 1,000 video views and to get some social shares with them. And that was working for them. So we did some testing, and we found that some of these guys were producing like 1,000 video views that were 11 seconds on average, or 22 seconds on average. And that is really bad. That is not good. That is really, really, really bad. It defeats the purpose. In fact, it's the complete opposite. It's the thing that we wanted to prevent happening from real traffic is actually happening from these guys that you're buying the bulk video views from. So that's a big, big problem. It's a big, massive problem. I did manage to find one guy though, who had on average something like 2 minutes retention time. Okay. And I thought, okay, we can try and work with that, because what we can do is, for the purpose of doing this, what we can do is we can keep our videos shorter, okay? If it's an 8-minute video, that's a 25% retention rate, which, believe it or not, is actually kind of normal for YouTube. If it's a 4-minute video, then we got a 50% retention rate, etc., and that's kind of above average even for YouTube. Even for some influencers, to get 50% retention time is actually quite decent. So knowing that, I wanted to give this a go, until one of my customers came and said to me, "Hi, my views have been stripped. Those 1,000 views that you got me, they've gone. Not on all of the videos, but some of these videos, they've been stripped." Now I'm wondering what happened there, because I went back and I asked the guy, did you change anything? Did you change the proxies that you were using? What exactly did you do? I got no response at all. Just a message said, "I will fix it, sir." And that's no good, because I need to know what the hell happened. Okay, and nothing, still not a word back. And he didn't fix anything. Thankfully, I told him I don't want him to fix anything at that point, because all he can do at that point is mess things up. Okay, now that's the problem that we need to solve. Okay, if you want to get the bulk video views, the best way to do it, go and do some YouTube ads, go and do some penny click YouTube ads, go and get Ad Blast. It's called the D-Day strategy, D-Day YouTube ad system. You can get penny clicks. If you want to add to that with bulk video views, well, here's what I decided to do at that point, because when I saw that happening, I knew we have a big problem. We cannot do this bulk video views. I cannot use that guy anymore. I need to stop using him now, because there's something dodgy there that can affect my videos, my customers' videos. It's way too risky. Okay, so what I decided to do is I told my coder, go and build me a tool that we can do bulk video views, but we're not doing a CTR clicks. All we're doing is bulk video views, because that's all that guy was doing for us. And the only way that this will work is if we have retention time. If we do not have retention time, we've got nothing, okay? But here we have complete control. We have complete control because we can set the retention time, we can set how many views to do, and we've got drip feed enabled in here as well. If you want to use a drip feed, you can say like do 1,000 views over 30 days. Then we got something more natural, because those guys that did the bulk video views, well, they're getting so many orders, which is probably why they've got 11 seconds of views and 20 seconds retention time on average, etc. Because they were getting so many orders, they had to deliver the views. And they would do all the views at one time, and then nothing. Nothing before then. 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 views, then nothing straight after. It's not natural, right? That's why the YouTube video ads is a good way to do it. But this, we can do it as well now, manually. But the key comes in at this point, where we can do one of two things. We can do less views because we are limited with the amount of different proxy IPs that we can use, because they can be expensive, okay? If you're using Squid private proxies, they're the best proxies to use with this, with the whole VidAttack Alpha software, but they're kind of expensive. They're not really suitable for doing bulk views. If you've got rotating proxies, like residential rotating proxies, well, that's worth testing, and I do have a customer who's testing those right now, and he's doing something like 500 views, and the views are sticking, and they're all coming from different IP addresses, and everything seems to be okay, but we still need to find a way to speed this up. So there's another thing that we can do. We can actually do some campaign swaps, and we actually have a Facebook group just for campaign swaps, okay? So that's one option. The other option is that if you're going to use those kind of proxies, which I think he was paying $50 to get 5 ports, and within 5 ports you would get like 40,000 rotating proxies in each, right? That gives you a lot of different IP addresses to be watching from, okay? That's quite kind of significant, because that gives you a lot more ability to do bulk views safely with having different IPs. But the problem still exists that there's a time factor. If you've got a 10-minute video, if you've got a 14-minute video, a 25-minute video, how do you do this? You can't do this very, very fast. So what I've asked my coder to do is to add some feature that we can increase the speed of watching the video, like 2x speed or 1.5 speed or 1.25, etc. That we can have a choice to do that. So hopefully we can have that ready in a couple of days as well. Now, you can get this tool, the bulk video views tool, absolutely free if you want to, as a bonus for a promotion that I'm doing right now. Now that promotion is not going to be available forever, so if you're watching this like 3 weeks or even 1 week after this, that promotion will be gone, but we will probably run this particular bonus as a promotion for multiple offers in the future, for affiliate offers in the future. And the reason why I give something this high quality away is because I want to hit the leaderboards, so that when I hit the leaderboards, I start to get attention from other top vendors, other top affiliates, who invariably will come and say hello, and they want to know, you know, they just want to get to know you because you're hitting leaderboards, you're winning competitions and contests and stuff like that. And that's the time for me to get some other people's traffic on my offers for tools like this, so that I can sell my tools to their audience in private promotions. Now, private promotions, they will convert a lot better. You can make a lot more money in private promotions than what you can do with product launches. So it's a two-way street, where I'm getting those people noticing me and coming to talk to me, and then I can do a reciprocal swap with them, where I can do a webinar for them or a private promotion for them, and they can do vice versa for me, and we start to build new audiences. So that's why I give away things like this, of high value like this, as a bonus, okay? Now, what makes this different from being able to just go and buy some views or run some YouTube ads is that you have got complete control, okay? You can choose, for example, that watch the video all the way through, then watch the end screen video. That increases your channel retention time. Okay, that increases the time spent in YouTube watching videos. Okay, that's a ranking factor. Okay, that's for the YouTube algorithm. That's a good positive engagement signal. You can set the retention time to whatever you want in here. You can tell it to drip feed over 30 days or 15 days or 10 days, whatever you want. You've got complete control. You cannot do that with those bulk video views, guys. They are not even using tools that allow them to do that. They're using tools that just allow them to do bulk views. Okay, you can split this over, you know, as much time as you want, right? You can use for this what we've tested so far. For those views that customer that I mentioned had used Storm rotating proxies. That gives you enough IPs that you can do this safely. Now, what the next thing that we need to do with this is we need to increase the speed of this, and if we can do that, then we got something very, very cool, because we can, you know, set a retention rate. For example, just for high volume views, for bulk views, we can set it like 52% to say 58%, and that would still be reasonable in the scheme of things for YouTube. Okay, that would still be reasonable. Now, if I've got a 4-minute video and I'm telling it to watch 50 minutes, that's 2 minutes watch time. If I've got that on at 2x speed, that's 1 minute watch time. I can get through these campaigns really fast. Even for 4-minute videos, I can get through those campaigns really fast with reasonably decent retention time, and that can tip your finger on the scale for anything that real traffic might do negatively. Now, if real traffic is positive, you don't have to do anything. That's okay. You can use this just to tip the scale to give you even better statistics and analytics and stuff like that. That's an option that you can do. Okay, so how do you get a hold of this tool? Well, I'm going to put a link in the description. Okay, I'm actually not even going to mention that tool or that promotion in this video, because I will use this video for future promotions as well, and I will continue to keep giving this tool away as a promotion for those product launch promotions that I do. All you have to do is buy from my affiliate link. When you get your receipt, then what you need to do is you're going to send that receipt to support@anthonyhayes.me. My support team will confirm that purchase was made from my affiliate link. Sometimes it can take up to 48 hours because we need to confirm it with the seller that that person did indeed buy from me, because sometimes they forget to clear the cookies, and of course we can't just give free tools away, so we need to make sure that we're getting that audience coming in and we're making some money at the same time to cover for the costs that we incur. Okay, so once all of that is confirmed, we will give you a 1 computer license. Now, often what I will do is I will put in multiple tools, so if you buy the front end, you will get a specific tool or bonus. If you buy the upsell number 1, you will get another different offer, a different tool or an extra computer license or something like that. So watch the funnel bonuses that I put in there, because I might tell you something for the front end bonus, and then something for the OTO1 bonus, and then something for the OTO2 bonus, and maybe something even higher value for something for OTO3, OTO4 or something like that. I always have a look at the funnel. I always want to see what's there. I want to see what is useful for you and what I think, and sometimes there can be like 5 or 6 different OTOs, and I would say to you, buy the front end, the OTO1 and the OTO3. If you buy that, I will give you these free tools or these free bonuses. Okay, so read what's there for the bonuses for any particular promotion. If you're watching this video, okay, and there is no specific promotion mentioned in the description, then all you need to do is you're going to click on the link, right, and it's going to take you to get a checklist, and the checklist is a Chrome extension checklist. Let me show you what it looks like. Okay, it's going to look something like this once it's on the Chrome extension. It's going to look something like this. And this is a checklist, okay? And this one is specifically a YouTube SEO checklist. You can get a hold of this. Now, this checklist was created by me curating content from people like Brian Dean and Neil Patel and AH. So I actually watched their videos. I took notes from their videos, and I basically curated all that information into checklists, okay? So that's basically what I'm doing here, and then I put in some of my own tips as well. So for example, video title optimization, you can see here we got 3 items, and it can work like a checklist, and as you check things off, you can see a progress bar. Now, these are not tips that you're going to find on TubeBuddy, for example, or vidIQ. These are tips that actually come from people like Brian Dean, Neil Patel, and myself. So, for example, if you want to optimize your title, one of the tips came from Brian Dean that if you use brackets, then you can increase your click-through rate by as much as 38%. Okay, other people said like you have to front load your keyword. That's kind of an obvious one, that's kind of a common one, but there are some other things in there that you might not have heard of. Okay, and that checklist is there for you to use anytime, and every now and again, I'm not going to say I do it every week or every month or every 8 weeks or 10 weeks. Every now and again, when I get the urge, I will go and watch another video and I will take notes and I will go and update this, because I can update this from the app that builds them. Okay, the app that builds them is called Lead Blaster. Lead Blaster is one of my tools as well, another one of my tools, and basically we create these checklists inside Lead Blaster, and we can update these checklists even when they're in the Chrome store. We can update them from within Lead Blaster by using publish via API, update via API. So that makes that specifically very, very powerful, and it means I can go in at any time and I can update these, and that will happen every now and again. If I watch a video from Brian Dean or from Neil Patel or from somebody and I see something I really like, I'm going to put that in there. Equally, if something stops working, I can take it out. It can all be done within a minute or 2 minutes. I used to have to go and get somebody on Fiverr.com to build me these things, and it would cost me like $90 sometimes to get one done, and then you would wait for a long time, and then if you wanted to do any changes, it would wait a long time. You get a zip file and you have to re-upload that zip file, etc. Now we don't have to do that. We can do everything within the Lead Blaster dashboard and basically update from there. So I will put a link in for you to get this, and if you are on my list, then you will always be notified when we have got product launch promotions, so that you can get this tool absolutely free. Okay, that's basically how you can increase video views with bulk viewing completely safely, where you've got 100% control. The proxies you control, I've told you what proxies to get. Storm proxies, storm rotating proxies, okay, residential rotating proxies. And you know, one of my customers was paying $15 for 1,000 views. $15 for 1,000 views from a guy on one of the gig sites. Now he doesn't have to do that. Think how much money he's saving. If he's running, he can run 3 of those campaigns in a day, every day for a month, and think how much money he would be saving. He's not limited by cost. He's not limited by time. He's not limited by waiting. He just needs to come in here, and this literally takes seconds to set up. All you do is you click on edit, you add your video URLs, give your project a name, choose how many views it's going to have, and make sure you've got your proxy switched on and they are working, and you just click on save. You can make sure your web browser is visible or not visible. It's better to make it not visible. Watch it the first few times until you understand what's happening, but then switch it off and make sure it's not visible anymore, and you just go and carry on doing your work, and it will just do what it needs to do. Okay, and it will just keep viewing in the background. If you've got a spare computer, even better. Okay, you can just keep that running all day long, and that's how many $15 is he saving. He's not limited. He's got complete control. Instead of getting a 3-day blast for 11-second views, he can stretch it over 30 days. He can set retention time so he's getting 4-minute views or 5-minute views. Now, when we get the speed optimizer here, then we can do these even faster. Okay, so this is a good piece of kit. This is quality. So you want to get your hand on this bonus. You really do want to get your hand on this bonus if you've been buying video views. Okay, stop buying video views. Do this instead. It's safer. You've got complete control, and nobody having a bad day can affect your rankings, your clients' videos, or anything like that. You've got complete control. You control all of it from inside this tool. Okay, so that's basically all you need to know. And all you would do there is you would just click on Run Now, and it would just pop up a web browser that would just go and search. It won't actually search, it would just go and open YouTube for that YouTube URL. Okay, for the search feature, you need the whole version of VidAttack Alpha. This is the search and click feature, where we go and search for specific keywords that we can put in. We can put in unlimited keywords in here. We can choose multiple search engines to use to search for, etc. We can play the end screen videos. We can do all kinds of stuff in here. And that's been developed over the years. It's not a new tool. VidAttack Alpha has been around in some form or another since about 2014. It's that powerful. It's really, really, really powerful tool that we've maintained all those years, and it just keeps getting better and better and better. But it's not that we spend huge amounts of time on there looking to add all kinds of tech that is not necessary. Some tech sounds good on the sales page, but it's really not necessary. We're just looking for the one thing that moves the needle, and if we can find that one thing that moves the needle, we will add it in here. Okay, you can see we've got blog browser in here, we've got video views in here, we've got playlist views. Today you can't get all of that, but today you can get the bulk video views. And if you look on the information that I've got for a specific promo when I'm sending emails out, okay, I don't put them on any web pages anymore, I don't do review posts anymore, it takes up too much time. I do my marketing via email for promotions, and I will put the details on an email, and I will tell you what the upsells are. Often I will use these other tools, bulk embedded views. Bulk embedded views will go and watch, for example, on websites like medium.com. It will go to medium.com, it will find your video and watch your video in medium.com. So you've got your video embedded. So what? You've got a backlink, a no-follow backlink from Medium. What good is that to you? And you can find out with a whole bunch of Web 2.0 sites. You can have a lot of them. But what makes it more popular, what makes it more powerful, I should say, is if you're getting views on those pages. Okay, so you don't need 1,000 pages. You're better to get 1,000 views on one page than 1,000 pages with no views. And that's how YouTube SEO works. Okay, so that is more important than video embeds that nobody's clicking on, nobody's watching. Okay, so that, you know, that's how you can take that further. So we've got two versions of that. We've got the bulk embedded views, which doesn't use search engines. It just goes straight over to medium.com or Quora.com or Forum or other websites, etc., where you might have embedded your video, and it will watch the video. Okay, sometimes it will click through from that web page and go into YouTube to watch it, and then it will watch the end screen video if you've got the full version of that particular tool, like the bulk embed tools or the bulk video views tools. And this one, the CTR embedded views, well, that will go and do the searches in the search engines. So if you've got a medium.com page ranking for SEO tips at work, for example, it will go and find your content, it will click through, so you've got the CTR click, it will go and find your video, it will start watching your video. Okay, pretty cool stuff. Often I'll put these three together in a promotional funnel. Often I will put these three together so that if you purchase, for example, 3 purchases in that funnel that I determine at the time for that specific launch, it might be that I say you have to buy the OTO1 to get this one because the front end offer is only $7 or $10. I can't give that tool away for $7 or $10. But the upsell is $31 or $37. If you buy the upsell with the OTO1, for example, you might get, I might offer the bulk video views tool. And that, is that worth $37? Yeah, you're going to get something that you bought for $37, first of all, that I was promoting. And I only promote stuff that I think is good, or from people that I know very, very well, that I know that they produce good stuff all the time. And also what it means then is that you not only get access to that thing that you bought, but you get a hold of this tool as well. Now, if you were buying video views, just think how much money you will save there. Okay, and it might be that OTO2, then you can get the other tool, and OTO3 you can get the other tool, etc., etc. That's how that works. Okay, so if you want to get hold of bulk video views, that's how to do it. Just keep an eye on my promotions. Now, you need to be on my email list to get my promotion emails. I do not do review posts on blogs anymore. Okay, so 2 things you need to do is get on my email list. There will be a link underneath this video in the description that you can go and get that YouTube SEO checklist, and you can install it. And when you install it, it will ask you for your email address. Just put your real email address so that you can qualify, or you can at least get notified for these promotions. Now, I've done promotions not just with these tools. I've got other tools that I use for promotions as well, really high quality tools. That's what helps me win contests and stuff like that, by doing really high quality bonuses that nobody else has got. Okay, so you want to make sure you're on my email list with the correct email that you actually go and check. And secondly, you want to white label, or whitelist I should say, my email. Okay, just make sure that you star it or something like that, or even reply back to it, so that when I send an email, it goes into your inbox and not your spam folder. Okay, really important. So if you can do that, you can get a hold of really good tools. Now we're going to be building more of these tools. You can see this tool here, the playlist views. Well, right now this playlist views tool, it will go and watch the first video on any playlist. It will do the search and the click for that one. Now I want to make 2 more versions of this where it will watch not just the first video on the playlist, where it will watch multiple videos on the playlist. And then I want to have another one that will do multiple videos in the playlist and at 2x speed. So there's different, as we add different features and extra features, then that's a different version, okay? There's a different license key to activate other features, etc. So if you want to get hold of tools like this, innovative tools, tools that move the needle, then you need to be on my email list with your best email, and you need to make sure you whitelist my email so that you don't miss any of my promotions, so you can get the best tools, okay? As well as buying products that you might have been buying anyway. A lot of people buy those products that I promote anyway, so you're just getting a much higher quality bonus for that, okay? Anyway, thank you for your time. I hope you got some value from this. I hope you learned something from it as well. And just check the link in the description, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you see that little bell thing there, if you want to get notified when we're doing new videos, then you won't miss the promotional videos that way as well, because you will see those videos when I do them as well. Thank you for watching.